Hi, this is John from Fuel Injector Connection. This is our newest addition to the company. It's our brand new flow bench. You know, with changing technology, more sophisticated ECUs, the need for better data is truly needed. With this flow bench, we can actually flow injectors either dynamically or conventionally. With dynamic flow matching, we can get flow data electronically from the software from our data acquisition system that's built in the bench. The software has been created for our specs, written only for us, and written for our hardware. The pulse settings are controlled by a Megasquirt MS3 ECU, and we had some added software from them also. So once we can determine the flow rate per pulse, we can do several tests at different pulse widths and voltages. This enables us to get accurate theoretical dead times used for tuning. The flow is analyzed through two positive displacement flow meters. One's on the feed side, one's on the return side. Both talk to each other through the software, so there's no guesswork as far as what excess fuel is flowing back to the fuel cell. I'm going to show you how we flow the injectors all at the same time and how the software determines the total flow per injector while running all 8 at once. The software receives an input off the noid side of the injectors, and it's used to calculate the flow through the software. The following test I'm going to do is going to be at a 50% duty cycle, and we're going to do this to all our injectors in sizes from 650 to 2000 cc's from now on. So here we go. Let me show you how this works, but before we do that, I'll just give you a little tour of the machine. We have a monitor that monitors all the systems in it, battery voltage, etc. We have 8 circuits in the front for each injector circuit that goes on. It's controlled by 2 computers. One is for the acquisition, the other one is to run the Megasquirt. The tubes in the front are 500 milliliters apiece. We use that just to test balance on the injectors. We don't really need it to determine how much flow it is. And on top is the tank that can flow. Now, the tank is sealed. We use a big Weldon pump, and we use a fuel cell. It can run gasoline. We decided we don't want to. I think it's too dangerous, so we're using a fluid that is 0.73 specific gravity, pretty close to gasoline. But as long as all the injectors are on flowing the same exact fluid, and they're all temperature controlled, I don't see the reason to take a chance with gasoline. So I'm going to go over here and get this thing fired up. By the way, the gauges, one is pre-rail, the other one is aft rail, and they both have to be the same. We're going to run this test at 4 bar. The injectors that are on the machine are modified Siemens 60s that we made flow 76 pounds at 3 bars. So let me get this thing fired up and you can see how it works. Okay, I got to shut the recording off for a minute because it's going to be too long to burn to this disc, so I'll be right back. Okay, let's get this thing fired up for you. So you see, we can see all the injectors flowing, but more important, the flow meter right here is picking up the flow in milliliters per injector for the 50% duty cycle. So when it's all done, it will print out a report on each individual injector. And we're using a battery voltage of 13.2 on this particular test. Will be done in a second. That's the test on that particular set of parameters. Let me go to the printer, print out. We'll just hit print. And we'll hit the printer. Okay, and what we get, if you can see this, it's not in color because the stupid toner isn't working right, but anyway, what you'll see is a graph here from 872 cc's to about 878. So you can see these injectors, injector 1 through 8, the first two were 876 cc's, then 874, 877, 878, 875. So this set is matched almost 100%. I mean, there's less than a 0.5% variation in the output of these injectors. And at the 4 bar, the 76-pound injectors flow at 870 cc's, which is about 84 pounds at the 4 bar rail pressure. So that's it. If have any questions, feel free to call. And we're going to be doing this online. Also, we have a webcam hooked up here, so if you want to see your set flow, we could do that. And be kind of neat. Thanks for your time.